You guys golf?
That's really funny.
I haven't golfed in a long time.
I didn't either.
I don't have my own clubs.
I always loved. Is there any other sport where, when you ask if someone does it, the immediate response isn't a yes or no? It's a time since they last did it.
Brian, can you ask that question again?
Like, is there any other sport that exists where if someone asks you if you do that, like you play football, you play basketball, the response is never a yes or no thing. It's always, well, I haven't golfed in like a decade. Like, is there any other sport that's like that?
Yeah. It's probably because, like, you know, the real answer for golf is like, no, I don't play golf. I've just gone like 3 or 4 times in my entire life.
Yeah.
Versus, like, if you ask me about basketball, I'll say like, yeah, I even though, you know, it's been a long time since I've been on a court and actually played basketball, I just don't, you know, you don't view it that same way because you're like, you had that period of your life where you were, you know, regularly playing basketball, and I can't like count on my hand the number of times that like I've golfed.
Well, I think it's also a thing like when someone asks you about golf specifically, I feel like you need to set an expectation, because if someone asks you, "Oh, if you play golf," it's almost like you can expect an invitation to play with that person at some point, or like it opens the door to it if you say yes. So if you go down that path, you need to set an expectation, because if you just answer with a yes and the person who's asking you is really good and you're actually dog shit at golf and you get out there together, there's going to be a mismatch of skill, and it's not going to be fun for the dude who asked you. He's like, I thought you said you were good at this. No. I didn't say I was good at it. I said I played. Big difference. So if you go ahead and couch it up front with like, yeah, but I haven't played in 6 months, you build in the expectation of like, oh, I'm probably going to be rusty. I'm not going to be very good. And real golf heads know that if you haven't played in 6 months, you're not a golfer, because this is just what golfers do. You have to play consistently and regularly to stay good at the game. So that's an astute observation, I feel like. I don't think I'm going to do better than that today. And I'm done.
You're sandbagging.
Yes, exactly.
Sand trapping.
Like you have to, like, if you go out to play basketball and like you can't hit a jumper, like, so what? Like most people can expect that. You go to play football and you can't toss for shit, like that's fine. Can you catch a ball? Great. On golf though, man, there's so few skills involved, and like what you do slows down not only your group but everyone else around you. Like, there is no worse feeling in the world than being the golfer who is just like hitting his ball like 10 feet every time because you can't actually just make contact with it, and need to do the glance back over your shoulder, see if anyone's watching. And not only are people watching, but you've got 2 full groups waiting behind you at the tee box. They can't even tee off because you're 6 strokes in and you haven't even gotten outside of driving distance yet. That is the most demoralizing feeling. And that's at the point where you just pick the ball up, give yourself a 10, and just move on to the next hole, because you got to get some breathing room. So absolutely, you gotta set the expectations with golf.
Damn.
Yeah. It's hard. Listen, it's hard out here in the country clubs. A lot of people who have never gone golfing, they don't realize the weight of expectations that is on you. Like, these people around you have paid anywhere from like $70 to $100 to play this round of golf. This is what they're doing today. And if you get in their way and you fuck that up, like, one of them's probably handling your mortgage. One of them is probably handling your taxes. Like, you don't want these people on your bad side.
What comes with more lofty expectations? Being a member of a country club and not knowing how to conduct yourself averagely on the links, or being black and not knowing how to dance?
Oh, God. And for that, we go to our cultural correspondent, Brian.
Well, listen, I can't relate to one of them because I know how to dance. But I feel like the black thing might come up more often, right? So it lends itself to kind of being more of an issue. But the people who are handling your mortgage, your house whatever, your finances, your taxes, they're probably not concerned with if you know how to dance or not. So
Because chances are they can't either.
we're getting into something here. We're getting into
Yeah.
something here.
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
know
with
what
the
we're
golf.
getting into, but it's something.